that for the 12th time, Arsenal are champions of England.
After finishing second for 3 seasons in a row, Arsène Wenger knew he needed a strong transfer window to overtake their title rivals Manchester United, who had only grown stronger with each passing year. The first major acquisition was the signing of Everton's young striker Francis Jeffers, while Giovanni van Bronckhorst arrived from Rangers to try and fill the sizable gap left by World Cup winner Emmanuel Petit the previous summer. Richard Wright was also signed for £6 million from Ipswich Town to provide competition for David Seaman, and 21-year-old Japanese international Junichi Inamoto joined from Gamba Osaka. But the headline signing at Highbury was a free transfer. Spurs captain Sol Campbell arrived as a free agent in one of the most controversial moves in British football history, with the England international eager to take on a new challenge.
A lot of factors I had to go through. That was one of the reasons why it took so long. But in the end, it was overwhelming for Arsenal.
His signing was crucial in bolstering an ageing backline that had been forced to rely on Ole Luzhny and Igor Stepanovs for much of the previous campaign. All the new signings arrived for a combined fee of around £18 million, and Wenger believed he now had a squad capable of matching Manchester United and Liverpool. They began their campaign at the Riverside. Much had been made of the Gunners' poor away form the previous season, but they silenced their critics in emphatic style.
Faced by Southgate, pulled back towards Parlour. Came to Henry! Off and running. Thierry Henry has Arsenal ahead on day one. Eddie Orgap, Parlour was very late arriving. Ray Parlour's second yellow, the Riverside's first red. Awkward one for Ehiog, and he's struggling. And it is a penalty. Pires, 2-0 Arsenal, just about home and dry. Cole. Through for Bergkamp, onside, game finished. He's taken them clear now, and Arsène Wenger's smile is at last perceptible. Long journey, well worthwhile. But Bergkamp's been played in again, and Bergkamp has finished again, and Arsenal, unbelievably, are 4 goals clear. Too good to be true. It's all come right in the second half.
Ian Hart, very much his territory.
What a finish, son. This isn't a pass, this isn't a cross.
Viduka, can he shift it and shoot? He has done! It's an admirable goal from the Australian striker.
A disappointing result against one of their title challengers, as they suffered only their second defeat at Highbury in 2 years.
Still the players stationed as for the set piece. Pires, and tucked away, easy as you like, by Freddie Ljungberg. Wiltor, Bergkamp, lovely, Pires, and surely Wiltor for 2-0. Pires, Kanu, Henry! A half-century of goals for Arsenal. Savage, Grimondé. Oh, Henry! Good save! Kanu! Oh, that's cruel. On poor Tim Flowers, who has done his utmost to keep the scoreline respectable.
The Gunners responded in emphatic fashion with a thumping win over Leicester City, ending August in 4th place, with Bolton the only side still maintaining a perfect record.
3 waiting now for Lawrence Cross. Played into Pires. Got his shot away to Hoy and as far as Henry. Arsenal take the lead through Thierry Henry. And he's found Zola. Skip past one. Goes past Keown. Penalty. Jimmy Floyd Hasselback. One step. 1-1.
And Henry and Ljungberg. Henry in field, and over the top it goes for Henry. Van der Sar has come, the goal is open. Oh, and Francis Jeffers, if he'd been 2 inches taller, he'd have had his first Arsenal goal. Oh, he tried to curl it. And it's just as well that Van der Sar is the tallest goalkeeper that Fulham have had in many a long year. Oh, Morton towing it ahead of Campbell. 2 up in support. One is Malbrook. Fulham are level. A tribute to their flowing football. It was a wonderful break. Henry. Ljungberg. Henry through the middle. Has Ljungberg seen him? He has! And Henry has scored! Ljungberg delayed until Henry was at his shoulder to Wiltor. Fulham guilty of dallying, and Wiltor is through, and Bergkamp has settled matters emphatically. As on their last visit, a third of a century ago, it's 3-1 to the Arsenal.
Henry. Van Bronckhorst. Great touch by Jääskeläinen. Bergkamp. In towards Henry. And Wiltor off the bar. Arsenal folk are starting to wonder here whether this is going to be one of those days. Pires. Bergkamp. Henry. Pires must be now. Jeffers! Bolton are screaming for offside. Finally, in front of the North Bank, Francis Jeffers has his first goal for Arsenal. Adams goes across to meet him. Wallace to the byline. Ricketts now. Michael Ricketts equalises! Wonderful moment for the 10 men of Bolton who've worked so hard, and Michael Ricketts has grabbed the most unlikely equaliser.
The draw against Bolton was marred by a shoulder injury to David Seaman, who was set to miss 3 months. The spotlight shifted to summer signing Richard Wright, who finally had the chance to show why he was the heir apparent.
Thierry Henry with a one-step run-up and a shot into the top corner. He's not had a happy week, but it could be a very happy weekend for Derby County. Brought down on the edge of the box. Referee says it was outside by Keown, but Keown's already been booked. This surely is going to be a second yellow and a red for Martin Keown. And Kanu is free in the middle, and Andy Oakes was alert to it, but then lost it, and then brought him down. It's a penalty. Yellow for Andy Oakes. Has scored the only goal so far. Oh, unlucky Andy Oakes. Like Henry's first, he got a good hand to it, but couldn't stop it entering the net.
The Gunners climbed up to second in the table after 7 matches, 3 points behind Leeds, and level on points with Manchester United.
Henry to Wiltor, and Pires! Simplicity itself! Arsenal almost stumbled that ball into the Southampton goal. In possession, Ljungberg looking for Wiltor. Henry's all alone on the far side, but Wiltor didn't need him. There is Henry. Oh, that wasn't Thierry Henry, was it? Surely not. He would put the mortgage for the St Mary's Stadium. Wonderful move. Marston can't keep up with him. Ljungberg. Oh, that was cruel that it wasn't a goal. The heart of midfield to get on the end of that. It's good 20 yards out. Takes a deflection, but he finds the way to goal again. Game, set and match Arsenal. but they've taken their time.
That's excellent work by Matt Jansen. Now Gillespie. And it's found its way in. Keith Gillespie for Blackburn Rovers. Bergkamp. Perez, he will get to it. And he's equalised. Robert Perez in the 3rd minute of the second half. And, Lucas Neal, the player, down for Blackburn. Arsenal still going on. Bergkamp, and it's in. Brad Friedel did his best. It's played by Lauren. Dunn. David Dunn, from very long range, has put it in the bottom corner. Blackburn back at 2-2. Got it back for Arsenal, swept in by Bergkamp to the feet of Wiltor. Henry, can he make space for himself? He does! 12 minutes to go. Another twist to this engrossing tale. Two-guy got the better of Grimaldi. Gary Flitcroft. Richard Wright comes out. Dunn! David Dunn has turned it in. It's 3-3. 2 minutes left. Well, pats on the back all round for Blackburn Rovers.
Wiltor. Kanu was pulled away in the middle. And it's a good ball. It's a wonderful ball. It's Kanu. And Sorensen got to it first time. Still Kanu. Surely. It was a dog's breakfast of a goal at its conclusion, but the pass from Sylvain Wiltor was phenomenal. Keown came off his knee. Here's McAteer. Now Schwartz tried the lob. Fine goal by the former Arsenal player. All three centre-backs are up. And Phillips had the header. Saved at point-blank range by Richard Wright. Schwartz released Ljungberg. Now there was contact. Penalty given. It was Bernd Haas to be the captain. Vieira. Oh!
Vieira's penalty miss meant Arsenal's winless run at Sunderland stretched to 35 years as they slipped down to 3rd, with Aston Villa now leading the pack.
Bergkamp to Ljungberg, Arsenal getting into their stride, and Bergkamp will look to latch onto this. And Kylie came a long way. Henry! Oh, that was delightful. Bergkamp incredibly off the line. Perez now. Touching through. Oh, yes! Thierry Henry, denied by the post a moment ago. Van Bronckhorst then whips the corner in. Vieira's header. It's another one off the line. In comes the free kick. Oh, and Charlton have got an equaliser. And it's Steve Brown. In the FA Barclaycard Premiership. Konchesky's free kick. Richard Wright struggling. And it's gone in as Jason Newell challenged him. What a turnaround. Arsenal looking a little casual, and Vieira has got a job on his hands here, and Klaus Jensen's chip is absolutely awesome, and Charlton go 3-1 up at Highbury. Firm challenge from Brown on Vieira, and Klaus Jensen is on his way again, and he slips it through to Jason Newell, and they've got another one. This is definitely unbelievable. Thierry Henry twisting and turning. Henry goes down, Fish's challenge, and penalty given. Here comes Thierry Henry. His second of the game, his 15th of the season, perfect penalty. And here's Perez and Sylvain Wiltord. Still got a bit to do, but nearly did it.
Charlton pulled off one of the shocking results of the season. Wenger's side home formed their weakness so far. The trip to White Hart Lane was marked by the hostile reception for defender Sol Campbell, with fans adorned with abusive banners and festooned by white balloons branded as Judas. The game, though, would be decided by 2 late goals.
And Pires! Well, that's a shock to Sullivan and to Spurs. Decided to take the shot early. And what a decision that was. Play it! Well, he's beaten Richard Wright.
A costly error from Richard Wright saw Arsenal drop down to 5th, a far from ideal result just before their clash against Manchester United a week later.
Silvestre, who made a goal brilliantly for Van Nistelrooy in midweek. And he's made one here for Paul Scholes. It's Scholes' first Premiership goal of the season, would you believe it? There's a mistake here by Gary Neville. Pires. Ljungberg. Freddie Ljungberg against Manchester United again. Gary Neville lost the ball. It's a Kanu from Henry. Henry. Bergkamp for Henry. Brilliantly done. Can Henry finish it? No.
And Arsenal should have the lead in this game.
Oh, Barthez. Straight to Henry. Thierry Henry has got his goal. And Fabien Barthez has to take full responsibility. Vieira. Henry. Barthez comes and has lost it. Henry has surely wrapped it up. After the Arsenal chances were going a-begging. Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1.
It was the perfect way to secure their first home win at Highbury since late August. The victory kept Arsenal in 3rd place, just 3 points behind leaders Liverpool, who had a game in hand.
Bramble, oh, that was a bit casual. He was looking for Holland, but Henry so quickly onto it. Ljungberg's made the run, and it's 1-0 Arsenal. Titus Bramble pays a heavy price for his mistake. They're awaiting Venus's kick. Off the line! Haridason came in with a header. Parler's made a run through the middle. Ljungberg almost got on the end of it, and he's gone down and he's won the penalty. It's Henry against Serini. It's 2-0 Arsenal, and it's a position of comfort that the way this second half started didn't look as though it was coming.
Touch on by Dublin, it's Merson! Paul Merson back at Highbury, a goal for Aston Villa. Right, Hendry, Dublin, Hendry, it's Stone, it's 2-0 Aston Villa. Here's Parler, in behind Alan Wright, and checked. And the cross was deflected, and Sylvain Wiltor arrives into the match in some style. It's a strange thing. Oh, there's a mistake here by Samuel. Vieira with an early ball, and Thierry Henry, the right man in the right place, and Arsenal have levelled it. Patrick Vieira is thrilled with his part in it, but Villa hang their heads. Keown!
Oh, what a chance against his old club as well.
Henry. 5 minutes to go. Wiltor flags up. The flag is up.
Well, we need to see that.
Pires made it his against a rather tentative Boateng, and Thierry Henry! In stoppage time, Arsenal complete the comeback, and if they win again, they'll look to Henry again.
Canio, it's bounced here for Schemmel. And Canute! West Ham are up to wrecking reputations again. And it's the man who in these parts King. Lawrence cross, Henry and Cole. Ashley Cole's first goal of the season is Arsenal's instant response. Henry. Grimaldi! Off the crossbar. Canu. Bergkamp, backs of space for Dennis Bergkamp. Belted the crossbar. And West Ham are off the hook.
Battering. O'Brien sticking close by. Another juggling act from Henry though, which was wonderful. Pires is waiting. And in the battle for top spot at Highbury, Arsenal are in front. Thierry Henry, maybe that could change. Third at the moment, Alan Shearer, caught by Ray Parlour, who's already had a yellow card and he's going to be off. Graham Poll shows a second yellow card to Ray Parlour, and that's made it interesting. Lua takes the corner. Oh, it's in at the near post. O'Brien has equalised for Newcastle with their first attempt on goal. And here go Newcastle with Dyer slipping it through, and there's no flag against Robert. What a chance for Laurent Robert! He's taken out, is he, by Sol Campbell. It's Alan Shearer. He's done it. It's his first goal ever at Highbury, and it may have given Newcastle their first win in London in 30 matches. Lift it through to Dennis Bergkamp. Could be a bit of a break on hit, mind you. And Robert could be in again. He is. Similar scenario. Laurent Robert has clinched it for Newcastle.
The final whistle triggered a flashpoint of controversy. A furious Thierry Henry had to be physically restrained from confronting referee Graham Poll, an outburst that resulted in a costly 3-match ban, sidelining him for several vital fixtures during the title run-in. 5 days later, they went to Anfield and were again reduced to 10 men, but the players then showed just how determined they were to achieve something.
The referee, I really do think that Paul Durkin is absolutely ridiculous. That is a disgraceful decision from reputably one of our top referees. I cannot believe I have seen Wenger again. That is ridiculous, Martin. I don't care what anyone says.
And it's Ljungberg. Now, what's the referee going to make of this? He's pointed for the penalty. There can be a yellow card. Here's Thierry Henry with the penalty, and Arsenal have scored a goal at Anfield. And they've done it when they're down to 10 men. It's their first league goal on this ground for 6 years. He's got the better of Gerrard. Ljungberg's in the centre. Freddie Ljungberg! It is 2 now! The odds stacked against them. They lead Liverpool at Anfield with 10 men by 2 goals to 0.
Reset, hanging it up for Hurpier. Owen.
Goal given. Jari Litmanen at the back post.
The victory at Anfield proved to be a defining turning point for Arsène Wenger's side. They leapfrogged Liverpool into second and narrowed the gap to Premiership leaders Newcastle to just 3 points. Defending champions Manchester United sat down in 5th.
Hasselback. Lampard! Chelsea have struck on the half-hour mark, and Frank Lampard is now getting a taste for Premiership goals in Chelsea's colours. Could have chinned, but he's beaten to it. Oh, big man, Campbell, is it? Sol Campbell opens his Arsenal account with an absolutely towering header. Wiltor. Lightning strikes again. Sylvain Wiltor against Chelsea here at Highbury, comes from the bench.
Only Noel Whelan up there for Middlesbrough, and Campbell's missed it, and this is Noel Whelan! A fine finish. His first goal of the season, and an aberration for Sol Campbell. Henry jumping with Echiog. And the pair are still tangling. It's into left-in, and what a shot that is! Robert Pires with an absolute beauty. Well, Bergkamp, Ashley Cole has made a good run unseen, and Cole may just have won it for Arsenal. What a spot by Bergkamp.
In the third round of the FA Cup, Arsenal travelled to Vicarage Road. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes from Thierry Henry and Freddie Ljungberg set the Gunners on their way, before Kanu and Dennis Bergkamp sealed a comfortable 4-2 victory over Watford.
When they're in this sort of groove, here they come again, they're in again. It's Cole, it's Bergkamp, it's 4. Here's Pires and Ljungberg! Near post, Freddie Ljungberg from Pires, just like 3 weeks ago. Steven Gerrard, and it's Risa. In for the equaliser. It's lost 3 games for Arsenal, one of them of course at home to Leeds United back in August, their first home game of the season. It's Fowler! In the 6th minute, a wonderful scoring record in his Anfield days against Arsenal. It carries on here in the colours of Leeds. Bergkamp for Henry, lets it run for Pires. 1-1. Arsenal, who so often look for the perfect goal, have found one here that's pretty near perfect.
Turn to threaten once more with Henry. Oh! Well, my goodness me, that's got to be about 40 yards. Henry for Luzhny. Good looking cross, and the header is in from Giovanni van Bronckhorst, his first goal for Arsenal. Control. Henry starts peeling away to the left. They've got Vieira making the run through the middle. Oh, and it might still find Henry! It's goal number 24 for the Arsenal marksman, Thierry Henry. Curled in. Elliott coming up for it, it's in! It's turned in by Mozzie, is it, I think? For Arsenal once more. Chance to turn and shoot, and that is an absolutely glorious finish by Sylvain Wiltord. A stunning goal to guarantee Arsenal all 3 points.
A repeat of last season's final was served up in the 4th round of the FA Cup, with the Gunners aiming for revenge after that cup final heartache in May.
Of course, Henry. Bergkamp! Oh! Revenge is in the Highbury air.
Wiltord could come to Bergkamp. Arsenal lead away from home again. Pires. Great ball over the top for Henry. Friedel decided not to come. Henry's in, and Henry scores, doesn't he always? 25 goals for the season, Thierry Henry. Two-guy gave it away to Wiltord, and it came to Henry, and now Sylvain Wiltord is offside, which salvages what looked like a nasty situation for Two-guy, and I'm not certain it was offside. In fact, here's Hignett. It's 2-1. Matt Jansen has Blackburn back in the game, and has Graham Souness off his seat. Oh, Luzhny slipped and Duff's onto it. Equaliser! Matt Jansen again. It's a terrific game. Two-guy took it from Parla, and then went tumbling over Luzhny, who has been booked and will now be sent off. Bergkamp, Dennis Bergkamp, 3-2 Arsenal. With 10 men again. This is a tumultuous game.
By the end of January, a surging run of form had Manchester United sitting top of the Premiership. Arsenal remained hot on their heels with a game in hand, while maintaining a slender 1-point advantage over both Newcastle and Liverpool.
To Pires, back for Henry. Bergkamp! And Arsenal keep their run going. Sylvain Wiltord was on the spot. The run of scoring in every league game this season, and in passing. It had to be switched. That's forward by Pires for Henry. Henry! Off the bar and over. From it. Svensson takes. Tessem! Arsenal's worst fears. Well, Tessem got the free kick. Poor ball. But has led to Arsenal taking the lead through Sylvain Wiltord.
Well, a player who's been on the fringes of the game has scored the first goal of the game, kept Arsenal's run going in the Premiership in that respect.
Well, he swung the leg at it.
Highbury played host to a 7-goal classic when a spirited Gillingham side gave a mighty fright to Arsenal. The Gunners' attacking firepower proved too much, though, as Arsène Wenger's side secured their place in the quarter-finals.
Kanu! Arsenal back in front. Well, this is Ty Gooden. Oh! A splendid goal for Gillingham. Pires again. In goes Adams! Pires. Wiltord once, twice. Forward Ashley Cole style. Pala! Oh, it's his first goal of the season.
David Seaman was back between the posts for Arsenal in late February. His presence provided a veteran boost as the Gunners swept aside Fulham at Highbury.
Henry, wonderful football this by Arsenal. Wiltord burst down on goal. Picture-book stuff from Arsenal. Moran applies the gloss touch, but that was wonderful, swift movement. Marlow takes up a position at the far post, and he's there. Oh yes! A stationary Arsenal defence unpunished. An impressive home form this season. It's a back pass, so Henry can't be offside. Gives it to Vieira. It's been a long wait for a goal for Patrick Vieira, but he's turned the tide this afternoon for Arsenal. Wiltord, Vieira stretches his legs down the right-hand side. Oh, Henry nipped in unnoticed. Wonderful, wonderful goal. Is a goal-scoring genius. Goal 26 of the season for Thierry Henry. He hides his head in his shirt. Pires flips it into the near post. Oh! Does that count? Well, they say you need luck to be champions, and will you see a luckier goal than this all season? Henry, right place, right time.
A dominant 4-1 victory in the London derby moved Arsenal into third in the table with a game in hand. The Gunners were now starting to peak at the perfect time.
Arsenal do have men moving forward, Bergkamp and Lauren. This is Bergkamp. Oh, wonderful skill from Dennis Bergkamp! What a superb goal! At a time when Ruud van Nistelrooy is grabbing the goal-scoring headlines in the Premiership, Dennis Bergkamp proves that he's still the original Dutch master. Robert's breaking into the box, Solano tests Seaman! And arriving in the nick of time was Lee Dixon to deny any sniff of a chance for Laurent Robert. Bergkamp to take. Useful delivery, and it's there! 2-0 Arsenal. Sol Campbell stealing in round the back. Right, still demanding it. Lauren's arriving now as well. Bergkamp looks for him. This is Lauren, and that's just wide.
The home clash against Derby County coincided with the arrival of new manager John Gregory to the Rams. Despite a stubborn defensive display from the visitors, Arsène Wenger's men eventually wore them down.
Bergkamp, Pires, the breakthrough! Derby have kept them waiting, but that wait is over.
A hard-fought victory that saw the Gunners climb to the top of the table for the first time that year.
Wiltord to take on Distin, gets his cross in, Edo!
Well, they kept on probing Arsenal. Touch from Shearer. Robert! Straight down the centre for Newcastle United.
Wiltor teed up. Michael spelt it. And it's Edo who's put it in. It equals, incidentally, a club record. They've now scored in 31 consecutive Premiership games. It's Gareth Barry.
Penalty given.
Steve Dunn has given Aston Villa a penalty. It's England's number one, Arsenal's number one, David Seaman. Up steps Barry. And Seaman has got it.
What a save. What a save.
Very one from J. Lloyd Samuel. Ljungberg has a ball on here for Pires. Back goes Boateng. And Robert Pires has got the better of it. And he looks to get the better of Schmeichel. And he's done it impeccably.
Oh, sorry, I'm applauding. That's genius. That is genius.
A golden goal from a player in a golden shirt at a golden time for Arsenal. Magic, playing with a sense of purpose you'd expect from a player. As Dublin scores from his cross. Hadji did well, Dublin did even better.
Top of Bjorkman's head. Henry, Wiltor, Thirlwell going back, Vieira! A minute and a quarter. Deep cross from Freddie Ljungberg. Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp. 2-0 in less than 4 minutes. Vieira. Bergkamp. And Wiltor. Knife through butter. Well, might he rue the lack of cover.
It's down to us and to how well we play, and we feel we have the needed strength.
United's victory at Elland Road on the same day dropped Arsenal down to third. The Gunners' FA Cup run had disrupted their league schedule, giving them a 2 games advantage over their rivals. They remained the favourites, but the pressure was on to keep winning.
Bounced up off O'Brien. And in comes Pires! What a start by Arsenal! Wiltor, Pires has continued the run. He can tee up Bergkamp here. He has done! And there's such a difference in sharpness between the two sides. Bergkamp to take. And it's Campbell! It's a big blow for Newcastle at the start of this second half.
Kitzler tried to free Stewart. Instead it's Henry who's free at the other end. Thierry Henry! Just as Charlton Athletic were thinking they might score, Arsenal have. Dixon to Henry. He's turned Rufus. He's found Bergkamp. He's round Kylie. And Ljungberg runs into second. Clinically done by Arsenal. Henry, Bergkamp, Ljungberg, 2-0. Given away by Robinson. Bergkamp slips it into the path of Ljungberg, who slips it into the path of Wiltor, who slips it into the path of Henry. 3-0. Fabulous, fabulous Arsenal counter. I think they've scored from every attack so far. Arts and crafts department. Bergkamp into Ljungberg. The run done again. Arsenal in front. Freddie Ljungberg is the goal scorer. The smiles belong to the Arsenal fans. And once again, Arsène Wenger's team are in front early in the day. Edu. Bergkamp was pulled wide. It's going for goal. Didn't Casey Keller just know it? He had to make a scrambling save. The Tottenham goal clipped in towards Poyet. It's got beyond Arsenal and Seaman's committed. And the referee has given a penalty. It is. I must say that was my first instinct. 1-1. Teddy Sheringham for Tottenham.
And wouldn't they just love to halt the Arsenal charge towards the championship?
Making an impact here. Cano rolled into the path of Wiltor. Henry goes in. Another penalty. Henry won it. Mark Halsey gave it. A little quicker this time. Lauren probably to win it. Scores. Inside the last 5 minutes. Coolly rolled in. Extravagantly celebrated.
Oh, it's an own goal! Festa, the substitute! Well, Thierry Henry prepared to take some of the credit.
The Gunners stayed on course for the double as they reached the FA Cup final once again under Arsène Wenger.
Vieira, all started very deep this for the Gunners. Will it end with a shot on target? Henry! Oh, it's skimmed the bar.
Referee's given corner, but I like you thought.
Royce is there by the post. Bergkamp looking like a man with a mission here. He is! Oh, and we talk about millimetres with Royce's effort. The same applies to Bergkamp. This time it was the inside of the post, even closer. Ljungberg set up for the shot! Bangs against the bar. Henry. Towards Tony Adams. That's Vieira. Vieira again. Ljungberg. Freddie Ljungberg! That's what they've been waiting for. And Ljungberg, who was responsible for so much in the win at Ipswich, maybe has got it right here at the right time again. Raimondi. Ljungberg is there again. Ljungberg makes it 2-0. And he surely, almost single-handedly, has settled it for Arsenal.
Yeah, when you cross a ball, you cause problems. It's a fabulous ball in from Gilles Raimondi.
And Lauren's lost out here to Canute. He's all on his own as far as West Ham are concerned, but he's got round the last defender, he's got round the goalkeeper. He's claiming it had crossed the line, but there was no flicker from the linesman. The referee hasn't given the goal. It's Bergkamp for Arsenal. Good ball for Ljungberg. The Super Swede has done it again. Here goes Ljungberg again. Henry in the middle. Canu far post. The joy and relief floods Highbury.
Arsenal still have it with Vieira. Oh, Ljungberg's made his run. Can Bergkamp find him? He has done! It's the classy combination. And it's Bolton 0, Arsenal 1. Fowler. Bergkamp. Wiltor. Bergkamp split them open again. Silva and Wiltor with the second. And coming so soon after the first. Oh, it's wonderful for Arsenal.
The man for the big occasion, Freddie Ljungberg, was becoming the heartbeat of the Arsenal's title charge. A crucial win at Bolton pushed the gap to 5 points, and fittingly, their next league match was at Old Trafford, giving Arsène Wenger's side a chance to win the Premiership at the home of their fiercest rivals. Liverpool were now mathematically out of the race. Before their trip to Manchester, the Gunners travelled to Cardiff to secure one half of the double as they faced Chelsea in the FA Cup final. Wenger knew that victory here would set the stage for one of the greatest weeks in the club's history.
And Dennis Bergkamp! Well, it was a glimmer of a chance for him. Wiltor scampering down the outside. And in comes Lauren! It's good work by Wiltor. And Ray Parlour takes it on. Parlour! It's a vintage FA Cup goal for Arsenal. Arsenal know what can happen if you don't get a second goal. Remember last year, Ljungberg, he's got the better of Terry. Freddie Ljungberg! Arsenal have produced two absolute stunners. This year, Arsenal get their hands on the FA Cup.
And so to Old Trafford, where a draw or better would hand Arsenal the title. After winning the FA Cup the previous weekend, a glorious double was in sight at the home of the champions.
Sylvester's given it away. Wiltorn towards Ljungberg. He's broken the challenge of Blom. It's Freddie Ljungberg again. Saved by Fortes and in by Wiltorn. They want it and they want it now. Sylvain Wiltorn gives Arsenal the lead at Old Trafford. They can barely bring themselves to look. What a way to complete the double. What a place to complete the double. Old Trafford crowns the Premiership champions again, but this time it's Arsenal.
Incredibly, Arsenal had gone the entire season unbeaten away from home.
We won 14 games away from home and had 5 draws and scored in every game through the whole season. That is a tremendous achievement.
We didn't just come here to get a point. We've gone out there and we've beat probably one of the best teams in Europe on their own backyard, and it's great to see the United players shaking our hands at the end, and I think they realise that we've deserved it this season.
Fittingly, against Everton, Lee Dixon was handed the honour of captaining the side in his final professional appearance for the club, as the Gunners brought the season to a close with a victory.
Stops doing the shielding, could come to Bergkamp! Champagne day, off with a pop. Dennis Bergkamp inside 4 minutes. The champions ahead again. They always score. Stefanovs with the error, Radzinski onto it, Carsley joining him, Lee Carsley! Equaliser. Error by Igor Stefanovs. Radzinski, beautifully away from Lushny. Campbell waiting for him, Radzinski going himself and scoring. Everton have only gone and come from behind at the home of the champions. Edu freeing Bergkamp, who's gone away from Stubbs. It is Dennis Bergkamp, it's Thierry Henry. They're a pair. Wasn't that wonderfully unselfish? Last 19 minutes of the season. Edu. Henry, yes, in front of the North Bank. He re-establishes Arsenal's lead with his 24th Premiership goal. Jeffers in the middle. Henry has played in Francis Jeffers here. Denied by Simonson, came to Bergkamp. Oh, hit the frame. Playing for fun now, playing for each other. And Henry is onside and on a hat-trick and found Francis Jeffers, who's hit the post. What a shame. And Jeffers couldn't do it. Thierry Henry. Henry's cross. Jeffers! And don't you think he's chucked a bit? Thierry Henry is almost as pleased with that as he was with his own two. Pembridge. Watson. Steve Watson scores. Left-footed, 4-3. Arsène Wenger, double winner. The show's over. What a wonderful show it has been. And as if the party hadn't already begun, it certainly will now. Today's prize is the Barclaycard Premiership Trophy, and it matters to him because it signifies that for the 12th time, are champions of England.
The Gunners broke just about every Premier League record on their way to their 12th title, unbeaten away all season, 13 straight wins, and scoring in every single game. Their squad swept the individual honours, claiming Player of the Season, Manager of the Season, and Top Scorer.